Hey guys, Jesse Wood here. I wrote and recorded the bass track for David Glenn's hot new single, Church Triumphant. It's finally here. I'm super stoked for its release, and I'm even more excited that you get to learn the bass parts, easily the best parts of this song. Might be a little bit biased, but that's okay. Check it out. The chords here are G sharp, E, and B. But what we're going to do is, the bass line is actually, it starts on G sharp on the regular octave. I'm going to slide up to a high octave with some syncopation, go to the E, which is also a high octave, a little touch on E flat to the B, and then slide up to B in a high octave up here with a little touch down on the B flat. Here it is kind of in slow motion. First the G sharp. So just a little bit of a syncopation, just kind of with muting the note and also with hitting open notes. So that's the first part. Then I'm going to slide down to the E. The E there, and then the B. The second time we do the B, when I walk up, it's going to sound like this. So just a whole step up right there from the B before going into the pre-chorus. So here it is again. Actually, I didn't do it there, but the second half of it, coming off of the E down to the B, I do hit that E one more time, kind of sneak in one more hit before I go to the B, and it sounds like this. So it's, the first time was, so a little bit more breathing room the first time. The second time, pre-chorus. So that's just E and F sharp. Now the second time we do the pre-chorus, there's a little bit of a change. Going from the E to the F sharp, actually go up past the F sharp to a G sharp just before landing on the F sharp. So the second pre-chorus sounds like this. That's the only change there in the pre-chorus. For the turnarounds are all the same. They're the same chord, just E, B to F sharp. But the time I do the turnaround going into the bridge, and then at the end of the song, I do a walk up going from the B to the F sharp. So the turnaround is E, B, and F sharp. It's exactly the same as the intro. Now when I do that walk up, I'm just going to be hitting every note in the scale going from B to F sharp. So just going to go from the E to the B. So that's how that is. So you'll hear that going into the bridge, and then again for the actual outro of the song. Now, the bridge is fun. As soon as you hit the bridge, bass is actually going to drop out. I don't drop out entirely, but what I actually do when we first hit it, I'm going to go to each note, but from the one on the B, I'm just going to let it sustain as I slide to each note on the E string. So the chords for that are B, F sharp, G sharp minor, E, just like it is in the chorus. But when you hit it, it's actually going to be like this. Again, just letting it sustain, that way it kind of naturally tones down, and then you can cut right there and let the next part happen without you. And then as the drums come in, Bass is going to come back in, and we're going to start building. Bass is just going to come in, same chords, but we're going to start with a high octave and just start running on it. So again, the chords are B, F sharp, G sharp minor, E. Lower octave. And then you're into that last chorus. Of course, that's a little bit of a dropout. You got the drums going there. Bass is going to come back in. You'll hear it coming in, and just keep it in the low octave. Now, just one thing to note as you're playing the chorus, be sure to listen out for the hits on the kick and hits on the snare. And your right hand is really going to lock into that. When you're doing the turnarounds, you definitely just want to be running on those notes, keeping it pumped. But when you hit the chorus, make sure you lock in and don't just keep running. Otherwise, it's not going to be as much as a dynamic change when you're doing those turnarounds. So just listen out for that kick and snare. Just so you know what to do with your right hand. So there you go. Hope you guys have a lot of fun playing this song. And enjoy it. If you have any questions, just comment below and have fun.